Good evening, everyone from Azusa, California. Today, I'm excited to finally talk about the topic of happiness. So many people are wanting this. People are taking the steps to achieve this, and with the new year, this is where the focus is. But in this video, for me, I wanted to talk about what is keeping us away from happiness, but I wanted to share an angle that I feel that is not discussed out there. But with that, let's just get right into it. Happiness. This is where we need to start at. How do you actually achieve it? And there are many ways, but for me, I'll just introduce this concept. But to achieve happiness, the first thing you got to do is come back to the present moment, because where are people currently? And for most people, is they're either living in two places. One is you're living in the future. The future is what's going to happen later. You're thinking of plans and projects and later down the line. But when we're in this space, then it can create worry. It can create anxiety and fear. And if you're not in this space, then most people are living in the past. We have Throwback Thursdays. We have many different things that keep us there. And some of us are stuck in our traumas. Some of us are stuck in our stories and the events that happen, or we're trying to relive the best years of our lives in the past. But then by staying there, emotions can arise as well. So whichever spectrum that you're on, whether you're living in the future, whether you're living in the past, that means you're not here. And if you're not here, then your mind is also not here, and the chance of finding happiness will decrease. So first step is come back here. The second step is contentment. And when you're in this moment, we got to be content. And contentment means a feeling of, or a state of happiness, or a state of satisfaction. Means in this moment, if you're single, if you're married, if you're in a relationship, not in a relationship, if you're rich or if you're poor, if you have this or you don't have this, it doesn't matter. But in this moment, you can be satisfied. And what we find is that when you are content, meaning that you don't need any more, this present moment, what is happening to you right now, is enough. And this is contentment. This is satisfaction. The third part is, how do you cultivate this contentment? And the way you cultivate it is introduce gratitude. If you can, then there are so many practices, and we'll go in more depth in another video. But there are practices like journaling, reflecting, taking the time to think of, oh, what do I actually have at this moment? What is in my life that I have now? But if you can have those kind of practices, you will start to cultivate the sense of gratitude that this moment, that this life, that my situation, it is great. So then this kind of wraps up of how we can be happy. Again, come back to the present moment, to develop contentment, which is satisfaction, by cultivating more gratitude. And many of you out there are already doing this. And if you are, please keep it up. Develop this gratitude practice. Then the next question that I want to take us into is, even though you're practicing these gratitude practices, then why are you not happy? What is missing? And this is the heart of the video that I wanted to share. And for me, that's only one part of the equation. The second part that many people are missing and not taking a look at is we need to explore, well, what is keeping you away from happiness? What is keeping you away from satisfaction, gratitude, and contentment? And the answer is greed. And greed simply means this desire for more. And more can come in every form. We want more experiences. We want more things. We want more fame. We want more status. I want more money. I want more views and likes and praise. The list goes on and on and on. And this is, for me, the enemy. This, for me, is the obstacle or the block or the wall, whatever word you want to use, that keeps you away from happiness. So we need to reduce this part. And again, this part is greed. Next step is, how do we reduce it? And the solution to this is twofold. The first one is practice giving. Giving is the antidote to greed. Giving comes in different forms. And one is you can give of your resources. Donate your money, donate your clothing, donate the physical things that you have to others or to support an organization or a cause. Another form of giving is encouragement and helping to support other people, giving them advice and pushing them to be better. This is another form of giving. Another form of giving is through your time. Go volunteer. Go use your time to help someone with an activity, a project, or an event. Simple gardening, helping someone like that with their homework, any kind of time that you exert to help others, this is a form of giving. Fourth form of giving then is with teaching people the Dhamma, teaching people truth and teaching people wisdom. When we give them solutions, when we give them more insight and perspective and wisdom of how to live the right path, this is a way of giving. Lastly, another way of giving is forgiveness. Forgive you first of things that are currently heavy. Forgiving yourself of the past or actions that you've taken. Also then forgive other people. And if you can do this, these are just all forms of giving. And when you practice this, then it will be the antidote to reducing greed. The second formula, or the second solution to lowering greed, is meditation. And meditation is important because it gives you that space. What happens to you, what happens to me and every human out there, is that we have these cravings and desires for more. And we follow our likes. If we have things that we enjoy, it brings us pleasure, then we want more of that. And when we want more of that, then we start to act on it. And we follow through our speech, through our thoughts, and also through our actions. And where so many people get in trouble now is really because we don't have that space. And when you don't have that space, what that translates to is you're impulsive. You're impulsive means you just act like a robot. No consciousness, no pause, or no gap. But by having a meditation practice, then what you're doing is you're slowing that down. When you have these cravings that are normal, that pops up when you're having these greed that wants more, or other things, or things that are different, then you can have that space to simply observe and not act. So this is a very important part to reducing greed. So then now let's recap. For those who are wanting to be happy, you need several things. One is you need to cultivate the being in the present moment and being grateful. Practice gratitude. So develop that part of you. Second part is then you need to lower the greed. This is the thing that is blocking you from happiness. You do that by giving of those things that we talked about earlier. And then lastly, then you need to also include a meditation practice. So to put all of these things together, let's make it practical. Take out a sheet of paper and really make a plan and start to incorporate this into your life. Then you can develop those gratitude practices. Journal every day, make a list, reflect on the things that you have and what you're grateful for. Every day, very simple. Every day of the list that we talked about of giving, do one item. Give and it will lower the greed. And then also pick a time, amount of time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you can sacrifice, and then sit and practice. And if you do these 3 things, your life will start to change. And for me, is wrapping everything back up again, is that if we only focus on gratitude, that's only one part and it's not going to take you deep enough. You need to focus on the obstacle that is getting in the way of your happiness also. So if we can put the gratitude along with the giving and the meditation practice to reduce your greed, your firewall to happiness, then synchronize all these things together, and this will be the formula for you where you can start to move your life forward. So this is a big topic and we'll break it down even more later. But for now is I just wanted to give you an overview and the theory of it and also practicality, so then you can start to integrate it into your life. So as always for me, I hope these things are helpful for you, but I just wanted to send you my blessings and hope you're all well, and please keep practicing. Satu, and take care.